we got this new product from Stromberg, high performance spark plug wires to complement your E-Fire distributor. I got a cap from Stromberg, fits the E-Fire and all crab distributors for that matter. So let's see what's in the box. One of the cool things about these plugs is the fixed in on the distributor is already set for you, so that you can do this at a table on a bench where you can clearly see your numbers, set all your wires up in the order that they're going to go, and then put them on the car rather than trying to squeeze your fingers in around fan belts and pulleys. It's you know how difficult it is if you have a crab distributor. Some of the cool features from Stromberg with this design set is that it comes with a really long coil wire so that you can run your coil back to your firewall. And I know a lot of you probably bought sets before and had to buy a whole nother set to get a long enough wire to reach your firewall. So this is really pre-thought and a nice kit. So we're gonna take all of our wires, we're gonna run some ends on them, cut them to length at the plugs once we get the cap set and on the car. So we have pre-stocked spark plug boot and terminals that come with this kit. The cool thing about the way they design these by doing it reversed is that you can run other terminals if you don't want to run these boots. A lot of guys like to do that. We got 3 and 5 that cross over, so we're going to take those and we're going to get them all mounted and separated, and then we're going to tape those two together so that we don't get mixed up here on which ones are crossing over. We're going to put 3 and 5 because we know these cross over to each other side. We're going to point those down just to get them out of the way. So we're going to tape these up right here. Temporary. Then we're going to put 7 in. 6, 8, 2, 1, and 4. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, you just want to make sure when you're putting these wires on, you get your lengths right. So you got to remember that 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 are going to be the shortest. Meanwhile, 3 and 5 cross over. So you're going to have a short one and a long one. 3 is longer than 5. And then you can move on to putting it on the distributor. Okay, we're going to change the wires on my race car here. We're going to pull this E-Fire cap off. We're going to pull all these plugs, get all these wires out of here so we can put our new Stromberg high performance wires on the race car. I got my distributor ready to go on. I've got all my driver's side wires crossing over. I'm going to set over here on this side. I'm going to put the cap on. There we go. Your C-clamp. All right, so now we're just going to route our wires. I have some long ones and some short ones. I'm going to fish these through. And I'm just going to lay them back here on the head. And I have these here. And then I'm going to take this side and I'm going to do the same. Here's my short number 5. Just going to lay that there. And then I'm going to fish the rest of these through. All right, we're going to trim these at the plug now. Got basic route going on. My coil wire, fish that through. Voila! One of the really cool things that Stromberg did was they give you step-by-step directions and a little road map, just so you don't mess anything up. I'm going to set it right there. I know exactly where these got to route to. This is my number 2. This is my number 1. I'll go down to the next one. That's number 5. And I'm crossing over with that one. Here's number 5 right there. So when I get all these lined up, I'll start trimming and putting the ends on them. So this is my number 4 wire. This is with the 4th cylinder back. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of space in the front. I'm gonna basically measure off, take another 1/2 inch past the plug, and that's where I'm gonna cut it, and I'll put the terminal right there. Before we put the terminal on, we're gonna put a little dab of silicone on here and get our boot on, just to make sure it slides in and out of there really well. Now we're gonna get our terminal on, about a 1/2 inch. Careful not to nick the terminal in there. Be sure you line your spark plug boot back up with that end when you, there you go, so drop it right there. There's our number 4. So now we're gonna keep moving on and do the rest of them. All right, we got all the wires in. We're gonna do the coil wire now. A lot of guys like to run their coil on the firewall, so this extra long wire really comes in handy. All right, we got all the wires in. We're gonna fire this thing up. I'm super pleased. These wires are nice. It's a nice, easy kit to install. Let's get this thing started, see what it sounds like. This wraps up our install of the high performance plug wires. If you'd like to check out these products and other products Stromberg has, go to stromberg-97.com. See ya.